Thank you so much for making the time. 19 minutes past midday. It's 94.4 SpiceFM. You can stream us live on spicefm.co.ke or take us along with you via the SG all-in-one app that you can download for free on your Play Store and your App Store. And it is absolutely easy to use. It's actually plug and play. So there's no excuses. Just do it right now when I'm still on air, when I've reminded you so you don't forget. With age comes a lot of memory loss. And I'm guilty as charged if that's what we're discussing. But that's not it. Our conversation, you've decided today I'm going to be reminded that deep inside, I'm a lover girl. So if you're team lover girl or lover boy, that simply is just a catchphrase. And, you know, lately you see all these buzzwords being used and you're like trying to be part of the conversation, but you really fully don't understand what they're all about. So that's just only to say that you love love. Like you're from the light side, you like love. You know, you still believe in love. You're actively involved in love. Oh, my goodness. So, we asked you a question, or rather I asked you a question. How do you know when to stay and fight or let go of a relationship? So this is, I know, different folks, different strokes, but there's some things that we all have in common, right? So this conversation has nothing to do with how long you've been together for, but what's left to fight for. So you guys could have been together for 30 years. You know, the old school, like our parents. Let me tell you something about that generation. And I'm talking to you Gen Xers. You just, and boomers too. Yes. You just sometimes look at people and they couldn't be worsely matched. You're like, what? That's a green sock and a white sock. There's no way in hell this was ever going to work. But because of the duration they've been together for, it feels so familiar. Nothing else will cut it because they didn't like to rock the boat. You're just like, we've bought property together. We have children. They're big. Who wants to start divorcing after you've been together for 40 years old? For 40 years, sorry. So we're just going to stay, and many of them are living together like brothers and sisters. And I'm like, I really hope that my generation, millennials, I hope we know better. And when I look around and I look at my peers, I see them. Sometimes you'd feel like it feels like we're glorifying divorce and separation, but it's good to know when it's not going anywhere. And early enough when your children are still young, before you have any, before you even tie the knot and, you know, go through the nuptials. So you save yourself all the trouble. But sometimes you're smack in the middle of it and then you're like, where? Take 2, take 7. Say what? Like this is never going to work. But if you do decide you want to stay and fight, some things have to be very clear. Very clear for the both of you, for both parties. You know how people get to this point is when every single time you have an issue you're supposed to iron out, you decide not to. And I'm going to tell you that my generation, millennials, we are guilty as well. Sometimes we prefer peace more than understanding. Like you're just like, I'm too tired, nimetoka Standard Group PLC na shida zetu mingi sana, naweza kuzi alphabetize na nizieke kwa scroll. You understand? And every other office and anybody who's working or you're even in school, you have your dynamics and your challenges in the organization where you go to every day, right? So you're coming from that and then you're coming home and then you all have a tiff where do you get the strength, the stamina and the courage, right? And the time sometimes, because Nairobi traffic is up. Yeah, that one is awful. So you just would rather have peace, but I'm like, peace at what cost? So you go to people's houses and you can just tell everybody is like tiptoeing around the others. Have you ever been to that house where it's so peaceful, but you know, these people don't like each other at all. You can enter the house and you're like, Mr. and Mrs. Peace. We can see you from far. You with your little machi Ankara cute outfit. Bull. And I'm calling it bull. Because sometimes peace is not what you need. You need to deep dive into those hard conversations if at all you want to stay together. Right? So you have to make two choices. You're going to decide if you both, because you must both want to stay and do the hard work, because it is hard work to keep a relationship. Let's not talk about perfection, because ain't nothing like a perfect relationship on this planet, period. And I've said it. You guys were... Let me quote our former deputy president when he was speaking to Dennis Asseto. He said, two big adults, they are all be born in their own different, you've all come from different homes. Your upbringing is different. So, of course, you're going to have differences in opinions. You're going to have miscommunication a lot of times, many times. And, you have to have honest conversation. And an honest conversation is not about who is right, because even in marriages and in serious relationships, many times you're competitive, Mbaka, you want to keep score. You're just like this. Edwin, 1, Yolanda, 0. You're in the bathroom, you're saying, aka kamama nimekaonyesha, leo nimekaambia. 1-0. Did you even when you're practicing comebacks in your head like a bloody loony, you're practicing your comebacks in your head. This is your spouse. This is a person you're in a relationship with. It is not a competition about who's right, how many times they're right. And, damn it, I'm going there today. I'm just trying to watch my language can get colorful. I forget the mic is on. But there's things that are fixable, like misunderstandings and differences in opinions. That's okay. Cindy, like green or orange, let's use this road or the other road. Those are things that you can iron out. Maybe you guys are both going through different times in your lives. Sometimes, let me tell you, most times people are divorcing because you're both in two totally different times and periods in your lives, but you're not empathetic of the other. You understand? Like, for instance, you two have an age difference. One already has their career accomplishments. Maybe they are settled in their career. And one of you is on the come up. So someone is going to be toiling harder. Someone is going to be coming home late in the night. Someone is probably not even going to be mentally in that home. But the other one, because it is a partnership after all, has to know that the difference between me and her, or her and I, whoever is on the come up, let me just give them some grace. That's what you all call it. Let me give them some grace because of where they are in their lives. They already have so much they're juggling. Of course, don't throw this at me. Everybody's going through something. But I'm just saying, it's good to be empathetic of the other. This man has not seen a good day for the longest time. He's maybe a wheeler dealer. He's not in between jobs. He's never had a formal job, but he's a hustler. And things have been happening to him maybe at the onset, but he has had a very long dry spell. Edwin is just 5 years of no deal in Indiana. Yeah, now you're like, now this church mouse. My church mouse. Yeah, you have to be empathetic of the situation. But we all go home with our daggers, and then you even forget sometimes to simmer down before you enter your house because you're on crunch time. And I know that because I know sometimes you're in your workplace and you're literally fighting for your dear life. Yeah, and then you're going home with the same energy, and then you're meeting people who are like, you Terminator, Yokozuna, Steven Seagal, umeingia, you've come, you're mad as hell, you're fully charged. And everybody's in the house, they're just zen, they're probably ding, they're just there, they've showered, they smell like today, you've come, you're smelling like the toxicity in your office, umeingia. But so you need to know that there's things that are fixable. But then there's the things that are not. Disrespect is one of the things that is not fixable. And betrayal. If you've been chat on, if somebody has cheated on you, say what you wanna. That's unfixable in my books. Oh, small fidelity, Yolanda. Yes. That is betrayal. Betrayal is really hard to get over. So those are one of the things I feel like then you need a professional, not to listen to your favorite radio presenter. I don't have the tools to help you all with that. Betrayal, like cheating, someone is hiding a secret account, somebody has things that are theirs only, they don't share with you, but you understand. That's very different. But there's the small little things that I keep calling them teething problems, no matter how long you guys have been together for. So those ones are good. But I want to hear from you because this is very important. So I want you to tell me, how do you know when to leave or whether you should stay and fight in a relationship. I really want to hear from you at SpiceFM KE on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But kama unachapwa, please enda. There's no fixing that. There's the things I always say that I will always remind you. If you're being abused emotionally, sexually, don't come and tell me they're married. There's no sexual abuse. There is within the confines of marriage still. So what if you're being abused physically, emotionally, financially? Hit the road, Jack. Just please leave. I don't care how much you love her. Oh my God, have you seen the bird? Please just leave her alone or him alone. But everything else is workable. And I'm just leaving terms and conditions apply because I don't know everyone's situation. But I want to hear from you. How do you know when to stay and fight or let go of a relationship? At SpiceFM KE on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, guys, you have talked your ear off. You can also call me 0719012600 or hit me up on the short code 40127. We listen to some love songs because nika tumejam. Tony Thompson, I want to love like that. Do you? Oh, yeah. So let me love you and leave you with DJ Charm. But before that, can never leave you empty-handed now, can I?
Life hacks. Life hacks. Life hacks. Here on SpiceFM. SpiceFM. Yes, life hacks. Here on Spice.
Okay, so if you're tired of buying collagen supplements because they're bloody expensive, I'm like a month's supply is like 6,000-7,000 bob. You're like, what? I just feel like just going and being friends with people who just have a restaurant so they can be giving me eggshells. I chew them because now what do? I just like, it's too expensive, but now I know how you can make your own collagen at home. Okay, don't smile. It takes some work, so just listen up. You can make a collagen-rich substance at home by simmering animal bones or cartilage in water with an acid like apple cider vinegar to create a gelatinous broth, then dehydrating and grinding it into a powder. Sounds harder than 6,000, but we are halfway there, so let's continue. Alternatively, for vegetarian options that support collagen production, blend ingredients like vitamin C rich fruits. I like this one. It feels like a smoothie. So blend vitamin C rich fruits, nuts, seeds, and spirulina to create smoothies or powders. Yay! Vegetarian collagen, here we come. Till you see me, I'm just going to look like I went to get my face pulled. I almost said like who? What? That's how you catch a lawsuit and get fired in the process.